Hi everyone, welcome to day 9 of our FCHS Fitness Challenge. I'm Michaela, and today I thought we would do a nice arm and shoulder workout. So if you have your weights, feel free to grab them or whatever you use as weights, or if you're just using your body, that's okay too, that'll work. We're going to do 3 different circuits of 3 different exercises, and we're going to increase the rep range each time we go. So we'll do an exercise for our biceps in the front of our arm, our triceps in the back of our arm, and then our shoulders. Okay, and we'll finish that, we'll take a break, and we'll do 3 exercises for those 3 muscle groups again, and then again. So our first rep range will be 8. We're gonna shoot for 8 repetitions of each exercise. In our second circuit, we're gonna try for 10 repetitions of each exercise, and in our last one, we're gonna go for 12. So we're gonna try to build on that muscular endurance, but we'll mix it up each round with slightly different exercises to keep you guys entertained. So in our first set, we're gonna start here with our biceps exercise. I want you to have your palms facing your thighs, okay? And we're gonna lift the weights up to our shoulder. So it's a bicep curl. We're just reversing the hand position. So you might feel a little bit more in your forearms than you would with a traditional bicep curl. That's normal. It can be a little tougher than our other bicep variations, which is why we're gonna do it for our 8 repetitions, okay? So it's a little bit less than the rest of them. We're gonna do one more, we're gonna come down, and now we're gonna do our tricep one. So I'm gonna have you guys put the arms straight up overhead, and we're gonna bend at the elbow until the weights come down, and we're just gonna push the arms back straight up. So we did this exercise lying down the other day. Now we're going to do it from a standing position. Okay, if it's tough on your shoulder, just be cognizant of that. Maybe do a kickback instead so the arms aren't overhead. We're going to go for 2 more here. Last one. And we'll come down. And our last exercise in this set, we're going to go for 8 lateral raises. So there's a couple of ways to do this one. You can keep the elbows bent and do it like this, okay? Or you can keep the arms straight out. You want to feel the inside of the shoulder working, okay? So whether the elbows are bent or not, that's what you'll feel. All right, we're going to go for 2 more. And we're done. So we'll take a nice break here. You can put the weights down if you would like. I'll just do some shoulder rolls. Okay, just keep those shoulders feeling nice and loose. We'll do one more forward and then we'll go back. All right, one more backwards. And we can just bring those arms like we're hugging ourselves. Open that chest a little bit. Shake those arms out. I'm gonna do one more for each side here. And I'm gonna pick up my weights again. All right, now we're gonna go for 10 repetitions of everything. So now I'm gonna have my palms face out. We're gonna do our bicep curls again, but the traditional way. So I'm just gonna bring those weights up to my shoulder and nice and slow back down. Work that bicep muscle. You like having those nice toned arms, even though it's winter and we're all wearing long sleeves. Okay. We're about halfway through. We're gonna go for 2 more. Nice strong core. All right, we'll put those weights down. For our tricep exercise, we're gonna bring the weights up. So they're gonna start kind of at chest level here. And we're gonna extend those arms out to the side. And we're gonna come back in, but we're only moving at the elbow. Okay, so in our shoulder exercise, we were moving at the shoulder, obviously, for those lateral raises. Now we're kind of in that lateral raise position, but we're only working our tricep, a little bit of the shoulder to keep the arms elevated, but you want to feel that work coming from the back of the arm primarily. Okay, this might be tough after those lateral raises. If we need a break, take it. We're going to try for 2 more here. And we'll bring the weights down. And our next one, we're going to work kind of on the back part of the shoulder. Okay, so we're going to have the palms facing the thighs again, and we're going to just drag those arms up to about our collarbone and then back down. So you'll feel a little bit of work in your bicep, but you really don't want to be using that. A common thing I see with this exercise is people will overcompensate with the biceps, so they'll start to do a curl. You really want to focus on just dragging those weights, okay, so that we're really working that shoulder. Okay, drag. It's like you almost want them to be up against your body. Okay, you don't want them out. So if I turn to the side here, we're gonna go for about 3 more. You can see nice and close to my body here. Okay, 1 more, and we'll take a nice rest. Okay, we'll just, if you want to do that shoulder roll arm routine, feel free. Otherwise, just get some water if you have it near you. Take a bit of a break. We're going to go for 12 repetitions of each exercise for this next one. So we'll start with our biceps again, go triceps, and then finish with our shoulders. So as we get ready, we're going to have the weights at our sides again. Palms are going to face each other, okay? So you have this neutral hand position. We're going to bring those weights up and back down. Our bicep exercises are all pretty much the same. We just change that hand position a bit. Okay, so 4. So this works a slightly different area of our bicep. You might feel it a little higher up than in our previous 2 variations. That's why it can be important to switch our hand position, because we get slightly different movements which challenge our body in slightly different ways, but sometimes that's, well, not sometimes, that's always a good thing. We want to build as much of our muscle as we can. Okay, and if we move in different ways, we're going to do 1 more. We can help ease up some discrepancies we might have or imbalances we might have. Our next one, I'm going to turn to the side here so I'm easier to see. We're going to get in that bent over posture that we do for our rows, okay? If this is too much pressure on your back, you can stand straight or do this exercise in a chair and bend over in the chair. Sometimes that can be a little bit easier. It's less pressure on the legs, okay? If you're standing, you're going to have your legs, your feet about hip width apart, going to hinge at the hip, push the butt back, okay? Weights are going to be at our sides, palms facing each other again. Bring those elbows up so they're right at your sides. Keep them nice and close. Hug yourself with your elbows. And we're going to push those weights back. Okay, so the row, we pull them up. In a tricep kick back, we kick them back. Okay. We're going to go for 12 of these. Now, a lot of people love to work the back of the arm. It hurts while we do it, but it feels good after. It can be hard to develop that muscle back there. All right. Gonna do 1 more. We're gonna bring the weights back. All right, our last one for the day. We're gonna have the weights, palms towards the thighs again. Gonna lift the weights up to about shoulder level. Slowly bring them back down. Fight the gravity. All right. This can be a tough one too. So if you need to take a break and split the 12 repetitions into maybe 2 sets of 6, definitely do that. I'd rather you do these exercises correctly than stick with the set number and my pace, okay? So a common error with this one, when we start to get tired, the shoulders might come up. What I normally see is people will use the back to get the weights up and then they let gravity drop them back down. Really focus on using the front of that shoulder and slowly fight it on the way back, because then you're really optimizing how much muscle you're going to build here. okay, how much strength you'll build. If that's hard, okay, it might be hard, our range of motion might not be quite there, just go as high as you can can come back down. Let's go for about 2 more here. I've been talking too much and I lost count. We're gonna go 1, nice and slow. All right, you guys can get rid of those weights. Let's do a nice shoulder stretch. We'll hold this. All right, pat your shoulder on the shoulder. Did a good job today. Ooh. And let's switch, we'll do the other side. And we'll release that arm, bring the right arm up overhead, bend at the elbow like we did in that tricep exercise. Stretch that back of the arm. If you need more, you can hug that elbow a little bit closer into the head. Nice stretch here. And then we'll switch and do the same thing on the other arm. Stretch both triceps. All right, gonna bring the arms down. We'll stretch out our biceps now. So you can flip the palm forward so it's facing away from you, and then just softly, very softly, pull on those fingers. Don't whip your wrist back, just nice and gentle, push those fingers into the other hand. Nice stretch in that front of the arm, maybe the wrist, the forearm. And we'll do the same thing for the other arm. And let's just finish by bringing those hands behind the back and clasp them. Push those shoulders back, chest forward. And we'll get another nice shoulder stretch in here. Maybe a bit of a back bend. All right, and we're done. Good job. That was a nice arm and shoulder workout to start your week, kick the week off. And I'll be back here tomorrow for another video. We'll see you then. Bye.